spring of 2009, 8th and 9th grade students from the Baltimore Lab School journeyed to Smith Island for 2 nights and 3 days of exploring and having lots of fun, learning about Chesapeake Bay.
Last year, 8th graders stayed for 2 nights at the Karen Noonan Center in Dorchester County. Many of them returned for this year's trip to Smith Island.
Here's Chrisfield. There's our bus.
Bye, bus.
Bye, bus. And we're going that way.
The Chesapeake Bay Foundation has been offering trips to Mid-Atlantic-based students for over 30 years, teaching about the bay's fragile ecosystem and threats to the bay's fisheries coming from land-based communities.
We had the opportunity to go crabbing. On the first day, we headed out to the crab beds, learned how to thank our bait fish called menhaden, then tear them in half so they would attract crab.
Thank you, menhaden, for being my bait. Okay.
I thank you for being my heritage bait.
Yeah, there you go, John! There you go, Johnny, yes!
Finish.
Finish! Oh my God! Did you get that? Awesome.
Smith Island cake, you know what we called it here?
Island cake, you call it
cake.
Cake, yes!
That was the only cake we knew. So.
We learned about farm runoff and sewage, both of which contribute to algae blooms and dead zones in the bay.
At least 1, maybe 2, okay? And just look over your labels, make sure everybody knows what labels you have within your group.
Conowingo Dam, Bishop's Head.
Keep that one.
Bishop's Head.
Make sure everybody has at least 1 or 2.
Did you find the actual city of Baltimore?
Yes, you'll be finding the actual city.
What's suburbia?
Oh, I found one. What is suburbia?
Yeah.
So suburbia would be where...
This is in the middle.
No, further up, because you want to have Inner Harbor, right? There you go.
Isn't Annapolis in the middle?
Nice job. Brackish water. So where in the bay is there brackish water?
I learned a lot about how the marsh actually functions and how the marsh soaks up the water when it's rising, so it protects us from storms and stuff, but it's rising a bit too much and drowning the marshes.
It would appear someone had dinner out here last night.
Well, I learned that there used to be a lot of buildings on the marshland, but now it's getting swallowed up because of all the global warming.
I loved marsh mucking.
It was really interesting to learn that the marshland was used for farming.
Get it, Maddie!
We returned to the crab beds the next evening to collect our pots, which had captured over 70 crabs. Most of them were legal size. We had them for dessert one night on the docks.
I learned how to go crabbing.
Smith Island was cool, and there were a lot of nice people there.
We dragged the net through grass beds to see what was living in there. We found a flounder, all sorts and sizes of crabs, snails, and a variety of other marine organisms.
At Smith Island, I learned that there's a lot of other stuff in the bottom of the bay except for crabs. Snails, and occasionally turtles, and it's really cool, like seaweed.